Hey guys and girls, welcome back to some Tales of Arise, where we left off.
Mm.
Um, some crazy stuff was happening. This guy called uh Alfin the Sovereign. My mask broke off fully. I think he remembered some stuff. Go watch that last part though. We're gonna see what's gonna happen in here. Apparently they called me a test subject. I don't know. The maiden will maintain control over things. You just focus on not breaking your concentration while the ceremony is in progress. If you want to see your home again, you'll have to do a good job here. 1273. His home again? Was he kidnapped or something? To be honest, I was beginning to sweat bullets. If you hadn't worked out, who knows what we would have done. This is the first time we managed to assemble a sovereign and maiden ready for the ceremony, after all. But seeing you make it all the way to today has put my fears to rest. A sovereign and a maiden. Daddy hasn't come home lately. So this has to be the Renan homeworld, right? Because you could see the Renan soldiers there. Oh, it's you, 1273. Or should I say Sovereign? You don't understand how much time and effort we've invested to create you as our lone success. We can't risk losing you to injury at this stage. Their lone success. The one bites the dust. Remember 1273. You are our only success story. Do not let all our hard work and research go to waste. Hey, kid. Is this the test subject, ma'am? Wow, it looks just like us. On the outside, maybe. Inside, it's as uncivilized as the rest of them. You haven't forgotten my warning from earlier, I hope. No, ma'am. No touching the test subjects, right? What am I? You're not allowed past her, Dana. Be patient and wait until preparations for the ceremony. So I am a Danon. I'm a Danon they experimented on. But I'm some sort of test subject to these guys. A sovereign. Really makes me wonder, like, what is the sovereign? Astral energy charging almost complete. Can't go in there. Or there. The harvester we deployed on Dana is functioning as intended. It's gathering astral energy and transmitting it to Lenegis. I've spent a lot of long days keeping a close eye on things, but soon that work will be finally over and I can get back to my little girl. Oh, here's a star, man. Let's see what he wants. I don't know who got it in their heads to start calling you sovereign. At the end of the day, you're nothing more than a test subject. Your only worth lies in your physical aptitude for the task at hand. Your thoughts and feelings are of no concern. Rude.
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet?
Is this her? It looks like her. It's time, Alphen. It's finally happening, huh? Yes, we need to change into our outfits, then meet in front of the transference device. Once this is all over, you'll finally be able to return home. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm so sorry you got dragged into all of this. It's not your fault. Let's just do what we have to do and get this thing over with. Right. She looks like Shion, wherever this person is.
I just wanted to go back. To Dena. To my home.
Alphen.
Naori.
Naori? So he was the sovereign with this chick. That's a masterful, right? What happened? She was...
Alphen.
Was she bad? Or no? Damn. She looks pissed at him.
Live for me.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh.
Naori.
She masked him.
No!
Damn.
Wait, please. Wait, I...
Remember she, right? Naori.
What was that? That... How long ago was that?
How long has he...
That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone?
The sword is gone. Because it was with her.
I need to find them. Better start looking.
Damn. What's the core of wind acquired? Let's wear the reconciler now. I like the unkempt hair. Now that my full mask is broken.
Niori. Shion. Damn it.
Battle time?
Take this! Swallow Blade! You're mine! Take this song! I'm not done! Rising Wyvern! Eat dirt! Mirage! I'm not done! You're finished! Demon Fang! Here I come! Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Demon Fang! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Slash! Demon Fang! You're mine! Rising Wyvern! You're mine! It's over! It's on! Mirage! You picked the wrong fight! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! It's over! Take this! You're finished! Mirage! Here I come! It's over! Mirage! Take this! Rising Wyvern! No escape! Mirage! It's over!
Bastard.
Alvin?
Rinwell. Hey, Dolahim too.
Rinwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Rinwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold.
Damn.
A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
It's the dude we fought.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
I cannot run.
Speaking of Thistleum,
This is
it's
weird.
populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah,
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
probably.
Yeah.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
He knows it all now. Alright, can he explain though?
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dano. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived.
Damn.
Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
That's a big question, isn't it?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori.
Her mother? Maybe?
She was a Renin maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
Damn. It's just because she looks exactly like Shion.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris?
Damn, yeah.
As in Shion Imeris?
So she's...
So they're distant
related.
relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
We have to find Shion so we could see who Naori was.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through.
Damn.
By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renin invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
Damn.
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
I'm an old man.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about about Shion. We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right? To go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record.
But who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question...
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, you need a little help. Not to compete over lives lost. But
Thanks for lending me an ear.
Please, no thanks on...
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the... So... Feel...
All I know is Shion needs our help.
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis, anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Dahnans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori? One of their own?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone, be it several centuries.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep...
Then I was out of line. I had no right...
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I... Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made. The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced... Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you.
Oh, you tell him, Kisara.
But if you're still not convinced, then...
What I've been...
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
What you doing, Law? What do you have to say to me?
Are we gonna go rescue Shion or what?
Oh, yeah, we are.
What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kinda my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
Tell his ass.
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Let's fucking go,
Really?
Alphen.
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we don't
Alright. I'll worry about these Zeugles in a minute.
act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
your friends, Hootle? Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm nose-Zoogle pod.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Demon Fang!
blah blah blah, that's it.
Mirage!
Sealed.
Rising Wyvern!
Powered hurricane.
Mirage!
Eagle Fly! On guard!
Now we're not.
On guard!
Its armor's too strong.
Split it up! Make it rain!
Be my guest. In an instant. Impact Block! Here I come!
Dance in the wind.
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that.
I'll smash you!
Here I come! Mirage! It's over!
Make it rain!
Mirage!
Can't get out of this! Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And the
Make it rain!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
My turn! Rising!
Not in your dreams.
Mirage! I'm not done! It's over!
Now.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs.
Thistleum.
Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then.
Damn. Fuck yeah, Alphen. It's time to get it all back.
Friends, family, home. They took everything from me and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead, We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there.
Find a way to Pelagion. I don't want to stop by the inn, though. Just want to kind of make it there. If possible.
You sense one of your pals, Hootle?
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menancia Pride.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
True.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible.
Numbing the
As for
guilt.
how,
that
I
he
wouldn't
had.
know. But the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
This is perfect!
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
Let's do it. We're gonna get you back, Shion. Promise you that.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will...
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go!
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
No backing down! You're mine! You're finished! Mirage!
This'll come in handy.
Piercing roar! Mirage! You're finished! Lightning Wyvern! Shattering up! Pieces! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
This one's all mine! Here I come! You're finished! Glimmer Dragon! Swallow Blade! Rising Wyvern!
through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
Magic is out!
Rising Wyvern! Big Blast! Strike! Mirage!
To shine! One dance in the wind! Quiver in here! Get on your own field!
First strike!
Hit!
The heavens must be smiling.
Not far enough! Right here! I got it!
Southside
Rising
there
Wyvern!
left unspot!
What's this thing? I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower underneath this water.
You're welcome to try, but that water pressure would likely crush you to a pulp.
Get behind me!
Last one out gets eaten alive.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even halfway? Are you serious?
That's no reason to give up now.
Yeah. Just gotta buckle down.
That's the spirit.
think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way!
Save your breath! All that thing sees is a talking meal!
Then let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us?
Confiscated!
I'll smash you!
Aim for the weak spot!
Can't get out of this!
Watch it!
On a roll now!
On guard!
Eagle Steel! Get out of there with that! It looks like you got this one covered!
One more!
Tiger Blade! Just as the doctor ordered! Photon Raging Cascade! Close one!
My turn! Here I come! It's over!
Raging Storm!
It's on!
An outstanding
Dance in the
On
wind!
guard!
Air thrust! Its wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack!
Addiction light.
Light up the dark!
Such tremendous power.
Don't face it head on!
Eat that!
Alright, let me bring out the storm!
I'm not done!
Alright,
No further.
Mirage!
Now you see what I can
Demon
do!
Fang!
Use its weak
Demon
point
Fang!
to take it down.
all together, everyone!
I'm on!
Tiger Blade!
You're mine! You're finished!
Going
You're
now!
mine!
Forward up!
Lewis, this one's all mine!
Glimmer Blade! Guess I had to use it.
Demon Fang!
One more!
Let's tear him up!
Eat dirt!
Now I'm in the groove!
This is
Door!
Tiger, make it rain! Johlim!
All yours, Kisara.
I'll tear you apart! Slash! Demon Fang!
It's changing tactics!
Have an ace up its sleeve?
It looks like we made a pass!
Mirage!
I'm gone!
I'm not done!
Benediction light.
Take this!
What a relief!
Is this it?
Forgive me.
Guess I had
This
to
is
use
my
it
fault.
sometime.
Shattering of heat!
This should do it!
Attack time!
Benediction light.
Eagle! I'm just getting flaming meteor!
No escape!
Can't get out of this!
Demon Fang!
Look now you see what I can do!
Rising Wyvern!
Benediction light.
Talon Hurricane!
Mirage!
Tiger Blade!
Are being interrupted.
Far enough!
Strike!
Resonate
I'll
with
stop
the
this
earth.
charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
You picked the wrong fight!
Benediction light.
Guardian
Here I come! Demon Fang!
I'm on it!
I'm not done!
I'll tear you apart!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Talon Hurricane!
It's over! Try harder!
All
Dance on the wind.
Now, in the groove!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Take this!
No escape! You're finished!
Benedict.
Mirage!
I'm gone! Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Heal!
Thanks, Shion.
Take this!
I'm ready to go!
Demon Pass!
Hold on to your arm.
Picture of
Here I come.
piercing roar! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Rising Wyvern!
Flaming Meteor!
I could do without this pain.
I'm gone!
Take this!
Piercing roar!
Demon Pass!
Not on my watch.
Prepare to be sealed! It's over!
This one's mine!
No! Can't end here! It's over!
Their arcs were interrupted!
No further!
Guardian, it looks like we made a mess!
Eat this! Hurricane! Try harder!
Let me out!
Taloned Hurricane! Glimmer Dragon! You're mine! I'm Demon Pass!
Benediction light.
Guardian heal! Alright, let me at him!
It's time!
All good things come to
You
an end.
picked the wrong fight! Heal! You're mine! Swallow Blade!
Tiger Blade! It's defensive right now!
I'll beat it to Swallow Blade! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistle made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Shion needs us.
We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shion's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelagian's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Heros means Fortress of Naught, though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Land of Water or no, this place has a most curious atmosphere.
I'd be taking a dip in it if the circumstances were better.
Sorry, but we have to push through for now. Shion is waiting.
Yeah, I hear ya. A soak can wait.